Hi y'all, welcome back to my channel. So I'm really excited to be filming this video for you because of my sweet husband. Like, if y'all don't know, I can't remember if I have mentioned it recently on my channel or if it was just on my Snapchat and Instagram stories, but I am about to get my second master's degree in clinical psychology. And for this one, we have this huge end of the year project that's due, and it literally takes practically an entire semester, just with all of the logistics and everything of it. So obviously because of that, I've been really stressed out with school and staying up way too late every single night. So my husband randomly came home today and he gave me this really cute, adorable, and hilarious card, and then in it he was like, go spoil yourself, you deserve it. And then he gave me some money. I mean, we share an account and everything, but he just, was showing his gratitude for my hard work and all the stuff that I do by saying, go spoil yourself. So thank you, husband. That's why I'm doing my Ulta haul today. So I wanted to really focus on getting products that was going to add more to my collection, because as I mentioned a couple of times, I feel like sometimes I get stuck in a rut. I love my warm tones for my eyes. I love certain blushes and just things like that. So this time I literally spent over an hour and a half in Ulta by myself, walking up and down the aisles, going back and forth, trying to make sure that I was spending my money wisely. And I also wanted to make sure that I wasn't spending this money that he kind of gave me as a present to spend it on the Ulta haul or for the 21 Days of Beauty sale, because I wanted to do a separate thing for that. But this one is just going to be makeup that I feel like I really wanted to add to my collection. I do have a product in here that was from my wish list, so I'll be talking a little bit about that as well. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into this Ulta haul. Okay, so diving into this bin of goodies, the first thing that I have, it's two things actually. So I have the Essence Mosaic Blush. So I have heard a couple of different people talk about Essence blushes in particular, and I think Kathleen Lights was one of them. But Essence is a really affordable, cruelty-free brand at Ulta. And I've had a couple, I have their highlighter that's really amazing for an everyday cheek highlight. So I was looking at their blushes and I decided to pick up these two. So this one right here is in the shade The Berry Connection. So this is what it looks like up close. So it definitely has those really beautiful kind of deep pink shades. It also has a little bit of a light wash of a baby doll pink. So I'll swatch it for you. But I feel like blush is one of those things that I don't necessarily have a lot in my collection. Okay, this is giving a really light wash. I might need to kind of break through the surface a little bit more. But so for me, this is what it looks like. The blush collection that I have isn't super big, but I feel like it's one of those products that I really enjoy using, and it's also one of those products that I feel like there's a pretty solid range of different colors. So for me, I kind of stick with my very basic, mauve tones. I don't go super baby doll pink or anything like that. I pretty much wear Tarte Exposed. If you guys have seen recently, it's a very muted mauve. So that's my typical go-to shade. So I wanted to try something that was a little bit different. It's not picking up super crazy in person, but you can see it just has that really beautiful light wash, which for me is nice. So this was, I think, $3.99, and right now they're buy one get one 50% off. So for me, it's nice to have a blush that isn't crazy pigmented, that I'm not scared to kind of dip into the pan. So I like this and I'm satisfied with it. I will say that it is much lighter in wash than I was expecting. but that's okay because we can always build up a blush. So paying $3.99 for something that isn't crazy pigmented doesn't bother me as much. And again, I feel like blush is one of those products that I don't necessarily want to be crazy pigmented because I don't want to look like a clown. And then the second one that I got is really beautiful. It's in the shade 20. All You Need Is Pink. And this one definitely screams spring and summertime to me. So it's a really beautiful peachy, kind of like very pale terracotta undertone to it. And I will say that these are also luminous blushes. They do have a tiny little bit of a sheen to them, which for me is perfect, like living in Florida, and also having like dry skin in my cheek area. That's nice for me. So this is what that one looks like. If you guys can see, it's just kind of that strip right there. For some reason, like it's a lot more pigmented in person and they're not picking up as pigmented on camera. So I apologize for that. But I know that my Ulta has started doing things to where you can actually swatch drugstore products now. There it is. It's picking up a little bit more. I don't know why it's not picking up as great on camera. It's definitely there. It's not like you're putting nothing onto your cheeks. So, but anyways, I'm really excited about these two blushes. I don't know, like I don't have a ton of blush in my collection, so I'm excited about that. Let me know what y'all's favorite drugstore cruelty-free blushes are. I know that a lot of people really love Flower Beauty, and I think they look beautiful. I know a lot of people also love, like I have Milani Luminoso blush, which is super, super popular, especially during the summer months. So just let me know what your favorite drugstore blushes are down below. I do like high-end blushes. For some reason, I feel like I just gravitate towards them more, but I need more like affordable blushes in my collection for sure. So anyways, moving on. So, oh my gosh, y'all, I went back and forth so much with getting a liquid lipstick. I am such a lipstick junkie. It's not even funny. Like my collection is just outrageous. But anyways, it's one of those products that I love. I take really good care of my lipsticks. I wipe them off a lot. So I just tend to like kind of build up that part of my collection more. But anyways, I went over to the Smashbox liquid lips because I have the one in Babe Alert. It is literally my favorite formula of all time. And there was another one there, I'm forgetting what the name of it was, but it was this really beautiful vibrant berry shade. And I want to like utilize those kind of bright shades more within my collection, and they didn't have it. So I was like, I don't want to just buy, you know, another Smashbox liquid lipstick whenever it's not the exact color that I'm looking for. So I went with a much more affordable option, and I tried out the Flower Beauty Miracle Matte Lip, and this one is in the shade Soft Berry. And I literally like read a ton of reviews on products like while I was in the store, because I was like, I just feel like I need to really spend this money wisely. I don't know why I had that thought in my head. But anyways, I heard amazing things, and this is my first time swatching it, and it looks beautiful. So we'll see how it dries in a couple of seconds, but this is a really nice swatch. First thoughts are, it doesn't seem to settle a lot in the fine lines on my hand, and the formula is like thick and creamy, but it doesn't look like it is bouncy or clumpy. So we'll see how that dries in a couple of minutes, but that color is spot on. Like that is such a beautiful, beautiful, like deep nude. That's what I think of. It's like a dirty, not dirty, like a brickish red, and to me that's still like kind of within the nude family. All right, so next up, I got something that was on my wish list. If y'all don't know, I have been doing my wish list Wednesday videos for 3 weeks now, and I feel like I've been getting some really great feedback from my subscribers about them. They tend to have more views than some of my other videos, which is so exciting because I love those videos. Like, they're just so much fun. I love getting to interact with all of y'all. So I decided to buy the Anastasia Beverly Hills Powder Bronzer in the shade Rich Amber. And I was thinking about buying like the Becca bronzer, but they didn't have the gradient bronzer. They only had like just their regular bronzers, which were beautiful. But when I swatched them next to the Anastasia one, like they weren't as pigmented and they weren't as buttery. So I thought that was really interesting because I know for me at least, like Becca Cosmetics is known for their richly like buttery formula. So I thought that was interesting. But first off, this packaging is dope. Like, I don't know if you'll be able to pick it up on camera. Sorry, I'm like blinding y'all with that ring light. But anyways, so like you can see some of the reflex of the monogram in there, and it's like embedded within. So it's like those tables where you have the glass over top and then it's like down in it. That's what it looks like. So the packaging is really, really beautiful. And then it has a nice mirror up here, and that's a pretty big size pan. So I'm excited about that. And whenever I first saw this, I swatched the lightest shade that they had, and it was really beautiful. And then I swatched like the second shade up, and it was really, really dark. And then I went to swatch this one thinking like, no way, like that is going to be way too dark for my skin tone. And surprisingly, whenever I blended it out, it like works really, really well with my skin tone. So I would definitely recommend swatching these, not necessarily buying them online, because what they look like in the pan is not necessarily exactly what they're going to look like on your skin. So I'm so excited. But this is what the bronzer looks like right here. So as you can see, that's 2 swatches. So I went back a second time, and it is so beautiful, y'all. This reminds me a lot of what I've seen the Makeup Forever formula look like. I forgot the exact name, but it's kind of like the water bronzer or something like that. Has that really beautiful gradient in the pan, but that's what this reminds me of. Like, it has that really kind of sleek wet look to it almost, because it does have, it's very finely milled, and it has tiny, like you can't even really see it that well, but it has tiny itty bitty little reflex of like luminescence to it. So I'm really, 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 really excited about this one because I just don't buy high-end bronzers. That's not necessarily something that I tend to go for. If it's in a palette, I'm much more likely to purchase that. I did try to find the Smashbox, the Cali Contour palette, because that was another one that was on my wish list, and they didn't have it in stock at my Ulta. Because I honestly probably would have gone with that if it swatched beautifully, but I'm so excited about this. So I'm going to be using this definitely a lot in upcoming tutorials. But I just wanted to say that as I was going through some different products whenever I was there, that were on my wish list, I was kind of disappointed by a couple when I saw them like in person. So for example, I looked at the Soft Glam eyeshadow palette by Anastasia, and I was not drawn to it nearly as much in store whenever, you know, compared to like whenever I saw it online. So that just really speaks to me. That's why I like going into the store to shop. I'm not a huge online shopper because I feel like sometimes I'll miss out on opportunities of products that I would actually really genuinely enjoy. So that's just something that I kind of noticed. There's nothing bad about the Anastasia palette. It's just I do have 3 of her other palettes, and like I think there were even some shades that were literally the same thing. Like I think Sienna was in there, and I have that in another palette. I'm like pretty sure. Actually, I have the Modern Renaissance palette right here, so let me just check. Oh my god, I'm dropping everything. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure it has Raw Sienna and Burnt Orange. Like I want to say that I saw both of those in that palette, which to me is like upsetting. If it didn't have the same name, it definitely looked pretty much identical. So that's why I decided I'm not gonna be going with that palette. But the next product that I have, and this is the last one, but it's really multiple products in one. So as I was like walking around the store, I really felt like I have a shit ton of eyeshadows, y'all. Like, I'm not even gonna play. Like, it's a problem. And this is one of those situations, again, to where I was like thinking about my collection. I was looking at the Morphe eyeshadow palettes. I was looking at all these different things, and I keep buying the same thing, which is like, you know, that's normal to go with what you're comfortable with. But I was like, I'm a beauty vlogger. I need to be showing my subscribers more products, different looks as well. I need to kind of get out of my comfort zone. So I was looking for an eyeshadow palette that had colors that just were not in my collection. And I could not find a single one that was in the cruelty-free realm. Like, I literally saw the exact same palette from every single brand. Like, it was either warm tones or neutral browns or cranberries, like things that we've all seen before. And then I went over to Buxom and I realized, like, holy shit, like, why have I not tried Buxom eyeshadows before? I know Casey Holmes is like really loved them when they first came out with their single eyeshadows in the compact. So in case y'all don't know, you get this really cool little Buxom like compact. And then on the inside, it has a really nice mirror. I'm not gonna blind y'all, but then in here, you put like all of your metal thingy-majigs. And then it comes with like a cute little brush that has 2 ends, which actually doesn't look that bad. It would probably be a good brush for the lower lash line because it has kind of like a pointed tip on this end. And then this one is a little more like flat. So cute little brush. But basically, you get this palette, which is really nice. It's like heavy, it's metal, it's a nice palette. And then you get 6 of their individual eyeshadows, which come in their magnetic pans. And they're a good size. I would definitely compare them to probably like a ColourPop eyeshadow or a Makeup Geek eyeshadow in the round pan, but these are square, obviously. So anyways, I'm going to swatch some of these for you, and I'm really excited because these are colors that I genuinely and seriously do not have in my collection. They have some really, really great colors that are very unique and beautiful, which is awesome because that's exactly what I was looking for. So I'm excited. But this one, if I can get the freaking box open, holy cow. This one is in the shade Designer or Die, which I just think is the cutest thing ever. So it's this really cool looking, like, I don't even know what this is, but sorry. That's like an inside joke with me, my sister, my brother, and my mom. It's like, you had to be there sort of moment. But anyway, so this is what the shade looks like in the pan. It's like a really cool, like gray, brownish, like weird taupey shade. Like, I've never seen anything like this. To me, it looks like a really beautiful transition shade. So this is what it looks like, if y'all can see. So it's almost like a weird eggshell. If that makes any sense at all. But their eyeshadows are super, super buttery, very creamy. That is literally just one swatch down. Y'all can see it's a very light and pale shade, but it's obviously very pigmented as well. So I'm really excited about this. And I don't, does it just like sit in it? What does it do? How do I do this, y'all? Oh, maybe it goes in. Oh my gosh. I'm getting a master's degree. Okay, I don't know what's happening. Maybe I literally feel like such a dorko right now. This is so weird. All right, well, I will figure this out later because clearly I'm not equipped to do it right now. But the next shade I have is this really beautiful purple, and it's in the color VIP. This one is matte, but it has, it's not a shimmer shade, but it has flecks of shimmer in it. So it's kind of like a weird in between. I don't really know how to categorize that, but this is what it looks like in the pan. So you can see it's like a really, really beautiful, kind of like violet, like a deep violet is how I would say it is. But these are so beautiful, y'all. Like the swatches, oh, so, so pretty. I'm excited about this one. So this is what that looks like, VIP. So if you can see a little bit closer, it does have some of those reflex in it, but it's not a true shimmer shade. So it's a matte with reflex in it, if that makes sense. And my camera is probably gonna die, even though it said it had 45%. Next up, we have Feather Boa, which is a really beautiful light wash of pink. If I can get it out of here. Don't die, camera, please. This one is really, really exciting for me because I don't have anything like this in my collection at all. We'll see how, oh, damn, girl. All right, so this is it right there. As you can see, it is a very pale and light shade. I think this would be beautiful all over the lid with some crease work going on, just to kind of give you that doe-eyed effect. So that one's really exciting. And then we have this gorgeous blue shade called Luxe Life. I fell in love with this. It's like a blue purple. It's so freaking gorgeous. I can't even, I've never seen a shade like this in my entire life. So this one, I'll just swatch it for y'all because my camera's gonna die real soon. Not even playing. But this one is like a powder blue. So it's right there. See what I mean though? Like these are colors that I just don't have in my collection. Like if y'all have been around, you know I just pretty much do the same thing over and over again, and I really just want to get out of my rut. So next up we have Jetsetter, and this is a really cool taupey gray, and I feel like this would be absolutely gorgeous all in the crease area. So I'll swatch this one for y'all too. Oh God, I love this color. So this is what that one looks like. See how pigmented these are? These are beautiful. Freaking love them. And you get 6 for $40 plus the compact, like I said. Y'all, this color is literally my favorite. This is Lavish. Girl, let me just tell you about this color. Like, again, instantly I fell in love. Like, oh my God, it's so freaking pigmented. I can't even. Ugh. Nice. So this is it right here. Prepare yourself. Oh my God. Look at that. It's almost like a duochrome. Like it has bluish right there. Purple. Blue. Purple. Oh my God. I love this. I'm going to wear this all over my lid. I'm going to dust it all over my body and just be a purple blue fairy. That's what I'm going to do. So I'm super excited about all of these products, y'all. Stay tuned for some makeup products. Oh my God. Makeup tutorials where I'm going to be using these products, especially the eyeshadows. I'm really, really pumped about them. So I hope that y'all had fun. Thank you again to my amazing husband for letting me spoil myself. And I love y'all. So I will see you in my next video, which will be really soon. So I hope y'all have a really, really great day, and I'll see you soon. Bye.